Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are in Zamboanga. So, buenas tardes con todos. That is the way Zamboangueño treat the visitors. I don't know where to start. But the topic assigned to me is federalism. This may be new to you. By the way, Mr. Edward, Mr. Gato, Omar, June, please, sometimes I'll be speaking in Tausu, in our own dialect. But mind you, it's almost the same with the English version, translation. Of His Majesty Sultan Fuad Abdullah Kiram the First and the Crown Prince, the President, a world leader, and my perpetual Senator, Sharif Ibrahim Albani, the President of the World Forum Incorporated, and other guests, Mr. Edward Lee Tan, and others. The task assigned to me is to talk about federalism. The question is, how many of us know and have heard of federalism? I have to tell you first, before we will discuss federalism, I have to tell you what is the present form of government. Because federalism is new. Federalism is our advocacy. Advocacy, we want to change the present government, the present system of government. And to give you background, in pagbisarahan ko ini, federalism, mahang kidarong pakarumong. In advocacy, sin kami, isa ko matawag kami, mga professor, sa latag ini, hakatilikas in Pilipinas, in Panipunan ko Alliance of Advocates of Federalism in the Philippines. Katilikas in Pilipinas, aon ini. Dihaon, in members sa mo, wala maglabi, masok na kamilyon. Footman, ang mga in September yaon, organized ko. We just organized the alliance last September, September 8th for that matter, after having watched the political national development in Manila. In fact, I was with Sharif that time, I was with Ping, Mogong, and some others who are here. We were watching the political development starting immediately after the election of your new President, Bongbong Marcos. There are three things why I am moved into this. Although this is my advocacy since 1990, and then when Senator Pimentel also advocated it in 2000 in Cebu, we launched the first federalism movement in the country. Malaysia is not federal, it's federal because it will be our example, one of our models. When we launched it, most of us, even among us, we don't know the intricacies of federalism. And so we began to study. Some of us were sent abroad to Switzerland, to Germany, to Australia, and then to America, some of us. Mga kakasi, pagtausog mag-alternate ako. In pangatsi federal, liyaway ko, kyunsot ko, in kaguruhan. Mga mag-lecture, kawakan yan, yan dahaw jarata, kapatan Tagalog, verse, kapatan Tagalog. Nangusog na ako, mag-ano in parinta, umbol sa to, kumugdan, ato marayaw, habang sa tanyo. Malangkan, aon tayo sa members ko, ang mga Catholic group. So, pag lecture nila, nagsimu ako. Ako simu, tityo to. So, before I went into federalism here, in this predominantly Islamic region, I consulted authorities religious authorities, on what is the best form of government or system of government for our people. As well as I also asked our priest, Bruce. Where is Bruce? I also asked Catholic and Christians and other leaders of the other religious denominations. And they are one. Naghambok sila katan. that the best form of government or system of government is federalism. So, pag-abot September 8, nagtag na ako, nagbisara yung mga tao Makahati, mga kamasdalan, Hawimso, Ateneo, mga doctors, mga engineers, mga nakaubos sa eskwela, mga UP, mga wahula, naglingkod kami, long sinquan, nag-level up kami, and then we arrive at the same. So, federalism is why we are into now. So when I was invited to this occasion, I didn't mind being invited at the moment because we have already studied federalism. Okay. I would like to tell you what is the present system of government that we have. We have a unitary. That's why I was looking for Bruce. We have a unitary government or system of government where the powers, all the powers, are centralized and over-concentrated there in Manila. Almost all decisions, major decisions, small decisions, on political, socio-economic, even on money matters, in almost all matters are in Manila. That's why we are now left behind, especially with the loss of the Sultanate of Sulu, where there is the absence, seems to be the absence of government in our area. So, iparita unitary, nahambuok inkusok inkawasa, yato Manila at Jakarta. Now, mauno na ilungay si pagparita, yato Manila yaon rin katagna sa milikan. 500 tahun na labi. Karay parain, mga 200 tahun may nakalamudin sultanate, ba't nagbubuno siya? Mga 200 tahun ito nagbubuno siya. But 1890 na, 1850, diya, atin na nakasud sila titiyo maripa sultanate of Sulu. Imparinta, dahil katagna, nakalawak, malawak yato Manila. In katanta ang desisyon, in pag-alta, in pag-appropriation sin, how no? Yato Manila. Labi awla na abang yung mga congressman tayo man sila magama. Iwan si mga amuin, matatay nga sing kita niyo, ipagparamat to, magad-magad na siya sing kawayan, way mabut ka to tanyo. Angkan makita niyo, halo pasuk, patakot halo pasuk ako, sumay tanyo ibanan, in mga yaon, nagliling ko diyon, dito nisap sila kung demon, sawag na, di nila kakausan, nakalalawak sila, blankhaw sila, kita kayo nun along sila mga ibo positions, bangaon bago president makabutang, dito ha Manila katang kawaon, magpinda in president, bindahan hindi mga ibo labi, ang kanda matotpenway kapwe, sa da maripa region ta, at tawa maripa hulata, a region ta, regional director, assistant regional director, you will still have to go to Manila to get your appointment. Na, ampun, wayroon minsan hambuok sekretary, atawa, naghinang dakula, yato malakanyang tausog biyaw. Ang kan nakalawak kita. We were detached from central government. The central government makes the decision all these years. Even in 1934, when the American, our boss, colonizers, gave us already the authority to formulate our own constitution, where we have the Commonwealth Constitution, the Filipinos at that time only kowtow to what America, or only bow to whatever America will say. However, America is a federal country. But why is the Philippines not a federal country? They gave us the presidential system. President, that is America. They have federal, but we are unitary. In pagparita sin mga kasultanan na kaunato, dahil na rin katagna din sin kahinang, nakauna sin pagyanong upat district. Sin first sultan of Sulu, hinang niya upat district in piyak sultanan niya Halopasug. Amo sa to is semblance of old federal na kauna pa kita. Ono in federal, pagkasyapot ko yato yung decisions katahan ha Manila, Manila in Magbaya, apil ko Kalupan. Sambil, mag-domestic helper. Mangkaw pa Manila, hindi ka makatwa Saudi. Hindi ka makatwa Bahula. Ano, kayo yung domestic helper. At na mag-usaha, misan domestic helper na rito ako wala ito. Mamayan, magkausaha, dito yung kadji. Mayroon dihay ni makanila ko. Na mayroon di in office. Yato kata na Manila, putman, even the lowly employee, like overseas contract worker, will still have to go to Manila to secure their clearances so that they can go abroad. This is the kind of system where that leads me to advocate federalism at my age. Amo na yung system. Alam ko ha, umul ko, nakapangadji ako, umpengadji ko tityo, utuhan ko, duli kami. Buhos yan, bius ka ako sintuhan, pakayon ko na lang ko. Bisa na ko rin na magkapunyahan sa bangha 5 tahon, papito tahon ng puto, pabiyaon, para ako magkapunyahan. I'm already 65 years old and I may not see the fruition of federalism in my lifetime or that will benefit personally myself. Wait ko na tali na. Ang kan mainino ka mo, long in English, I walk the talk. Ay, ariya ka ba ta? Titrain ko ini, federalist, may nga sa ini. Ayan ba ba ta? I expose them. Training ko na sila. Sabab, sina ini, kamo mga kabataan, imahinang nakura. Ingkumanti kamo. Ba't dari na mabiya? Sinambihaon kakitang singkatan. Pamuntol marayaw na. Federal na. So, uno yung federal. Pagkayat yung kusog katantahan, iniindagbos yung federalism. Federalism is a system of government that divides, distribute, and shared powers between a national government and a regional government. In federalism, hambok system, juko system siya. Bukod sa siya form, yung kata, yung political, economic, katanta, social. Magpahagi na si Kawasa in national kadila, in regional katutan nyo. Diba ita kumamang unong region kana-kana? Pauli-ulion ko sa discussion ta na emphasize ko na inyan. So, the purpose of federalism, my Malaysian brother, is to disperse power from the national, from Kuala Lumpur in the case of Malaysia, and in the case of the Philippines, from Manila to the different regions in the country. I have already talked to Mayor Dalipi. I have already talked to Congressman Dalipi. We have already an audience with Congressman Olaso, Vice Mayor Pareja. When I explained to the city officials and the city national officials, the city residents who are now national officials, for the first time in the history, they are now for federalism. I'll give you one example why. If you have been following up the hottest topics in the country today, which is charter change through a constitutional convention, the majority floor leader in the lower house, in the House of Representatives today, is a native of Zamboanga City, Congressman, the brother of the mayor, Manix Dalipi. He was the one who speed up, I tell you, and I must confess, the process. Why? It is so approved in the lower house, the call for constitutional convention to change the constitution from the unitary one that I'm referring to. In unitary, balikan ko tausok, na English ko kain na. Lawi na 5 katos, time pasing Kastila, nakapuin sila Governor General. Yan kaabot sila nga Sambuanga, kaabot sila lupasok, mga Manila, waktu-waktu, way plane. Magbangka kita. Kevin, malangkan pagkaw si Pilipino, amo rin hinang nila, why sila nagkahagad kang Dr. Jose Rizal? The first Filipino who conceived the concept of federalism is Dr. Jose P. Rizal, our national hero. That was way back in 1880. Thank you. That was way back in 1889. 1889, way pakita niya. Napikil niya na, natali niya na. Jose Rizal already conceived the idea and informed by way of the La Solidaridad. He had a series of essays, nagsulat siya, published niya. Spain, but Spain yung nagpukontrol ka to. Data niya. Aon lang niya waktu sa English. English yung kumakan nila. Aon lang niya waktu in mga islands, but ipagtag niya, di siya mawaya mag-nga Philippines. So, binagnanon ng Philippines, Kastila, di siya mawaya. In mga islands lang niya, mag-adapt lang niya sila federalism because that is good for them. Aon lang niya waktu. There will come a time, according to Jose Rizal, in his propaganda, in his essays published in a propaganda newspaper, the so-called La Solidaridad series. It is a series, not only one. From December 1899 to 6 months about, when he said that one day Philippines will adopt a federal form of government. That was way back. In pagkawas, hangpon taon na old. And then 10 years after, when the Spanish conquerors were weakening and we are about to win the war, General Emilio Aguinaldo, Andres Bonifacio, and so on and so forth, 10 years after, they drafted our Filipino heroes and other eminent people. Felipe Calderon, one who drafted the Constitution of Malolos. That was the Malolos, the first constitution. It was already a federal constitution made by Filipinos. Tausugon po, pasal pagbunin. Hindi naman in Castilla, hindi in control nila dumog ng Pilipino. Nagpaon sila constitution, ready nila na. Tiyahin mukhang nila inagi Jose Rizal. Inagi Jose Rizal, in the best form of government, pero de Bruce, nagyan siya. Amo lang na in makapreserve unity in Philippines, unity in diversity, pagkaroon niya, federalism. I wish Dr. Bruce is here. Dr. Bruce, you are here. No, do not get near me. Huwag kang lumati sa akin. Ito si Bruce Lee. Bruce? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Di yung pagkarogan in federalism, manahing kung sa kita nyo, biya sa jahay niyong palintatan nyo. Why? Pag nag-Senate hearing ni Robin Padilla, invite niya ako pa Davao. Well, kung nakakadto sa nag-zoom, kaya rin mga iwan ko, nag-zoom kami riya pa sa Buanga. Uno inagi ko kan Robin, law ko kan Robin, misan bukon, di siya pamabaya, bisaraho din pasal federal, na suway federal indendiha ulata. Maita, I will relate this to unity in diversity. Jose Rizal had the concept of federalism as a way to unite the different diversities in the country into one single political unit, which we call the Philippines. We have many diversities. Ano yung pagano diversities? Nagduruwain-duwain kita niyo. Federalism dahil makasolve ni kakat kamukha ko. Uno in diversities at our differences. Religion is one. Pasal sa religion, mataot nagkahinang federal. Mag-federal na kami lang yan. Sa kuha na lang niya inamin hula na mo. In kami lang niya regional benefit. Yan na mga India, Kashmir. That's why Kashmir is there. Ano pa? Language. Dr. Dan, Edward, the best example where language as a diversity was used for unity is the new federal country, the most progressive now in Europe, Belgium, the capital of the European Union. In Belgium, tong kaginis in namin population niya. Inasipag, the other half, what I did not address you. His Eminence, the Bishop, Bruce. Belgium is an example. The new example. There are leaders of our country, congressmen and senators who said, there is no single country in the world having a unitary government that converts its government to unitary, to federalism. No! Belgium is one example, just new. It is only because of the differences in language. There are 3 languages in Belgium. A very small country, the home of the Visigoths, formerly the barbarians, the warriors of Europe. Yeah, right? Oh, thank you. In Hansipak, on the other side, close to the Netherlands, are the Dutch. And then they have the German, close to the German. And then the French people. Magkalo-kalo intuin eh. Hambok kulayaw. Di magamo. Di sila magamo. Sambil natali nila. Na-identify nila. Kita nila. Nung hindi tayo pagamuhan, di kita nyo sumambo. Because they were also from kings. They were from kings. Kings. Di kita nyo na sumambo, magkalo kita nyo, pasali kita nyo magyate. Ilocano, Tawusog, Bisaya, magyate kita na. Di, na. That's in Philippines. That is the best for Philippines. Culture. Adat. Anong adat? What's adat? Attitude. We have different attitude. We have different culture. So federalism cures this diversity in order to unite. What is the best example of that? The best example is the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao or in the Barm. Unfortunately, I must tell you now, in the presence of our Majesty, you know, in England, the king, there are 3 ways to address the Sultan or the king: His Majesty, His Royal Highness, and His Eminence. So, but the right term, so that we will have our own nation, is Majesty. You should be called the Majesty. The best example is the barn, the arm. Why? But there is only one that unites us. But it is not working because there is only one that unites us: religion. Aside from religion, we don't have the same culture. We don't have the same attitude. We don't have the same. There are differences, many differences. And so it is not working. That's why it is working. The Alliance of Advocates of Federalism, to which I belong, has studied this. And so we propose one federal region for ourselves, Sulu, Basilan, and Tawi-Tawi, to include Zamboanga, Zamboanga del Sur, Zamboanga Sibugay, and Zamboanga del Norte. And they will have their own there in Central Mindanao, which I also propose. In a way, I don't have authority in government, only an advocacy. As they say, a drop of rain that falls into the ocean changes the ocean, and our idea may change them. We propose also in their case the creation of their own federal region, but they will be identified into, because they are closely related or affiliated. Lanao del Norte, which is not part of the present Barm, Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao del Sur. Those from Maguindanao, there was one from, I met some from Maguindanao here. Maguindanao del Norte, 4, Sultan Kudarat, which is at the moment part of South Cotabato Soxogen area. Because these people have close affinity. Maguindanaos, and they are predominantly Maguindanaos and Maranaos. So they can have one. In our case, Zamboanga, Sulu, Basilan, and Tawi-Tawi, our history is intertwined. We almost have the same story. When the Spaniards came, they stayed here. They went to the Sultan. They quarreled with the Sultan, including that of the Sama Bangingi of Tungkil, now Bangingi Municipality, and the Yatans. And we also attacked them together, the people. And so, sabi ni Bruce, Ilan na? Yun na lang? Okay. 3 minutes na lang. Ako may limit. Ikaw wala. O sige. Anyway, federalism is the best form of government that will fit the Bangsamoro people, the Muslims. Actually, I don't buy that idea, Bangsamoro. I am Bangsasu. I don't like to be called Boro. That federalism is not new. It is old. But some political and the elite business powers in the country do not like federalism because they are secured under federalism. I'll give you an example. In matters of election, when you run for president, you will be spending in the country today billions of pesos. Billions. Not only 2 billions, more than. Who will fund you? Only the business people. Pangilinan, Ayala, etc. etc. After you have won the election, they will make sukot-sukot sa iyo. Sukotun tao. Under federalism, which we will adopt parliamentary system, not presidential election. Parliamentary system will even curb corruption. Why? Because the president will not be banking on the aid or help of the billionaires in Manila. Because you will only be running in a little district like Zamboanga. You will not be running nationwide. And that is why I will have to mention this. Our senators today are opposed to this. And they are very boastful. I have many series of criticism against them in my FB, Facebook. Boastful in the sense that they don't like that the Senate will be abolished. Because our proposal is unicameral only. We will only elect in the districts. And then the people in the districts, well, they are there in Manila. From among them will emerge the president. They will elect from among them the president. So that there will be an election that requires billions of pesos for a president. That is constitutionalizing and institutionalizing prevention of graft and corruption. So that many more. When we talk about federalism, one day is not enough. Because it is a 3-unit course in the political science department. So, siguro marami na. 3 minutes na lang daw ako. Tapos na siguro. Okay. So, mind you, bangin tingog ko, limag bulago, timaas-taas, malayo yung mga ito. Yari halawang pangatayan ko, hindi sarap. Balikan ko, buko na ko timidog di, ba't magkapunyahan pa ako? Magsukol sa ba't magkapunyahan? Sa maupas-sabing pangatsi ko, bangkuri pa kayo ang kalaas ko. Ako may sa anak ko, ang dapo ko. Kalo-kalo sila na magkapunyahan, even the generations. Because what we will do will affect even the unborn. The generations now and the generations yet to come. So we have to protect this. And so thank you, because now I heard the many visions that he is also a federalist. Oh, and they are federalists. The chairman is a federalist. The beautiful Sulu. Mga ko'y makita natin Sulu, minsan patayon nyo na ako magtuloy-tuloy. Challenge ko yan po. Sinya lang po. Now, biya kita Dubai. Ako kasi pangajita, may tayo Singapore na yun ang biyaw. May tayo Dubai na yun ang biyaw. In sila on oil. In Dubai. Dubai in Dayana Dubai, but pito in Emirates niya. Ay pito in Emirates siya. In best example, si federalism countries, mga Arab, amo na in United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates do is federal Emirates. That is what we are conceiving. Baitay niyo kuno ako. Uno in federal countries miskin na dunya. I am asking them, what is the federal country in the world which is poor? And I will tell you, which are rich. Uno in dayahan mga federal countries sa dunya. United States of America. Dahil si pagpaon nila federal government is 1789. Pag was Switzerland, unin hambog pagtatawaan si mga taurayan di magkahiwaliwal. Switzerland. Labot na in Belgium. Uno yung magkusog hula doon niya. Dahil na in Russia, bato pamilikan. Federal yan. Mag-usaha. Dahil na in India dihayon. Way ka mo nakahati in India. Kaya mabahagi ang sikita niyo. Ang Muslim mataod, umbulto na kadunya dihayon. Umbulto na kadunya. Sa mga federal sila. Nari na kita lumayo. We will come to Malaysia. Malaysia prosper because of federalism. Malaysia did not follow also. United Kingdom, nagtango-tango na. Did not follow. Now, sa taha sinuranta federalism, wayron. So in federalism, parang pusunta, marihakawon hagunata. Kaunta dyan mga general principles, but we will use our diversities as factor for unity. And in some other factors. So nakakuan nato, makataas na sipa po, nag-emphasize ako, maway ako, mag-story-story lang kamo, malengkan na on time kwan. Pwede pa sa ito kita mga timo, tutod sa ito pagbisarahan. Wabillahi taufiq walidayat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So then, wala naka-on. Hello. And so earlier today, I heard the chairman, Sharif Ibrahim Albani, said, Attorney Inawat is his idol. And that while you were talking on the microphone, I said, oh, that's why. And also, since we're reading towards the end of our talk or summit for the day, I would also like to just impart what I feel and think. I had very small idea about what federalism is all about. But I was sitting down and listening carefully to everybody talk. It's as if I brought back myself in college years. I learned a lot. So I was sitting down together with Bishop Bruce. I was asking him, so, kapag federal country na po ba tayo, kanya-kanya na po ba yung ating government system? Kada regions, sabi niya, opo. So meaning, kapag maliliit na po yung gobyerno, hindi na po ba tayo hihingi ng budget sa main office sa Malacanang? Pagkagawa tayo ng bridge sa Zamboanga, hingi tayo ng budget doon, papadala dito. Hindi na po mangyayari dahil tayo na sa atin kukuha ng funds. So mas konti na lang ang graft and corruption. Ayan, na-voice out ko, Ma'am Sherma. Sabi niya kasi, sabihin mo sa microphone yan, sabi niya sa akin. Sabi ko, takot ako, baka hindi ako makauwi ng buhay. Pero kasi, after their talks, wala naman sinumang yata uuwi na magsasabi, ayaw namin sa federalism. Maybe after today, I think everybody will say yes. So palapakan po natin. Miss Suara 2023 is now going to open for the forum. But before that, again, for the final performance for this afternoon. This is what I was waiting for. I've been seeing a lot of performers doing singkil. I think everybody is familiar with singkil, but theirs are a little more intense. Originated from the Maranao people who inhabit the shore of Lake Lanao, it is a retelling of an episode from the Maranao epic legend, Darangan, involving the rescue of Princess Gantingan by the legendary Prince Bantugan. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Nawan Dance Ensemble presenting to you Singkil. Here they are. Wow! Thank you very much for that very beautiful number, and it's called The Singkil. Magaling, magaling, di po ba? At lalong-lalo na po nung sumisigaw doon po yung prinsipe, lahat po ng mga kasama ko sa likod, nagulat. Siguro kung ako din yung sumayaw kasama sila, mapapasigaw din ako. Wah! Aray! Baka nakuha pa ako sa taway. Anyway, I am just really, I am just so glad and honored to be chosen to host this very important and beautiful event. I am so honored to be standing along with this very respectable man behind me over here. I hope, Sir Albani, you will push this until the end. And with that, everybody's gonna support you. I believe that the Sultanate of Sulu with the His Majesty Sultan will be inspired with everybody's support. We are here for you. And I can't wait to be chosen again to host Miss Wara 2024. And so I believe we're down to that moment where we can hear your voice. And this is the forum session. Don't worry, there will be one person who's gonna facilitate this and making everybody feel comfortable to be able to get the microphone as well. Let us call on Safi Ping Mugong. A warm round of applause, please. In the meantime, we would like to acknowledge the presence, the Minister of the Trade and Investment, BARM, Minister Abu-Amri Tadik. Where are you? Please stand up and say hello. Good afternoon to you, sir. Welcome to Zamboanga City.
Thank you very much. A wonderful MC. Anyway, the time is already almost 3:30 and we have still around 30 minutes to go. And this is the climax of this event today. They call it the open forum. In every open forum, we have this set of rules, and one rule is you're only allowed to ask one question, but keep it precise and concise, and make it more centered to the topic, not outside the issue. Please avoid any extra dramatizations of your question. So, okay, I will not anymore take this long. We have the mic in the center, and we have the panel. You can choose to whom you want to address your question. And before you address your question, you have to introduce first yourself, your organizations, and start first question. I will give you the second question if I believe that it is very essential and very important for somebody who will answer your question so that you will be satisfied with the answer. Okay, let's start it. No need to more talk. The first questioner. We have the mic in the center, and then any one of you, I believe that some of you have been waiting for this moment, because this is the climax of the event. Okay? Questioner number one. First.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Alaikum wassalam.
I am lucky enough to give the first question, and I am, by the way, a former director of the National Commission of Muslim Filipinos, and before that I was also a regional director of the DICT, and I just retired for good. I am Al-Hajj Mituon M. Ibra. I am Maranao, your brother Maranao from Lano del Sur. I am very thankful that I am here today witnessing this very significant event. I have heard a lot that really interest me to react, and without further ado, this may not be a question, but I just want to ask an insight, a validation from Brother Chairman Albany and His Royal Highness, His Majesty, regarding ito sa aking sasabihin ngayon. Narinig natin, we have heard about the darangan. I am saying this because our topic today is voice, wisdom, consensus equals peace. There is no peace if there is no voice, there is no wisdom, there is no consensus, walang peace. So, in relation to the darangan, because that is our Maranao legendary epic, it is internationally renowned and even won a first prize in the United States. Itong darangan, mayroon tayong Maranao, itong darangan cultural tour sa Mindanao State University. Ito pong darangan, this darangan is a legendary Maranao epic that that exposes or explain how how Bantugan, no, the real actor of that, no, in his leadership,
in his leadership, he has conquered one place after another, and they were very successful. And this may be 1,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, before the advent of Islam. And
Sorry, sir, can you put
yeah,
your
yeah.
question in, please?
And the advent of Islam through Saret Bagenda and Saret, no, that brought to the entire Philippines. Wala pong
What is the question, sir?
Yeah, teka muna. Wala pong
The
gira.
panel are now very eager to answer your question.
Yeah. I am saying this because of peace that we are-
But this is
Yeah,
open
yeah.
forum, a question and answer portions of our. This is the climax of the program. So we need a precise, concise,
Yeah.
brief questions.
Yeah. How
You can address your question to
Okay.
anyone here,
Yeah,
so that they can also, interact with you in order for your question and your explanation can have
I just
a
said-
complete answer.
I know.
Okay, strike your question to
Yeah.
anyone.
Just 1 minute.
You want to strike it to?
Yeah, I just mentioned that it is addressed to
Yeah,
Chairman
yeah.
Albani and also his
Yeah,
Royal
but-
Highness. This is the advent of, I am saying this because of federalism also.
Yeah.
That we are, and
Sir, sorry.
yeah, this is part of
Because lecture time is already over. This is already a question and answer.
yeah, it is a question.
Yeah.
But,
So
let me
throw
lay
the
the
question.
foundation for it, no? Because I am saying this because the Sultan, His Royal Highness, no, is the reigning Sultan, and we have sultans also around Mindanao, and also we have Raja and Dato in Visayas and Luzon. These are, nung sila ay nanungkulan, wala pong gira. Dumating ang Espanyol, may gira. Ngayon, ito nagkakagira because of the intervention of other nations. Kung tayo-tayo lang walang gira, I just want to make this is an observation. I just want to make a validation insight from our chairman, no?
Yeah.
Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Yeah, thank you very much. No, you don't have question. Director Mitch was my old friend. We were together long time ago. He is also one of the top Marano brain. But he's now retired. But anyway, you don't have question. I was waiting for your question, but you don't have question. One day, if I only knew that we have still time, we can invite Director Mitch to give us some brief. Although we can have more interesting issue that he can present to us. Anyway, taken. So any one of you can want to answer? Bishop Bruce? Yeah, because there was no question. So, can we ask anybody to come to the microphone and ask question? But make it brief, precise and concise. And strike it to anyone.
Excuse me. Gusto ko lang dagdagan bago sa tanong ni Colonel, no? The emphasis given by our brother Maranao sa panahon ng kaninunuan, correct ba, paninunuan natin, walang gera. So, we have to repeat itself, a revival of cultural heritage of yesterday.
Yeah.
The revival of cultural heritage of yesterday under the Eastern King Dynasty, we are all one, adopting a federated form of government under a monarchical concept and linguistic concept. Because dito sa Pilipinas, iba-iba tayong tribo. So, nagiging successful sila sa panahon noon. Diba? The Maranao, they have their own kingdom. The Maguindanao, they have their own kingdom. The Cebu, Iloilo, they have their own kingdom.
And they married to our kingdom.
Yes. In Luzon is divided into three forms of sultanate. Princess Ordua of Pangasinan, Sultan Lakan, they have their own kingdom. So we have to repeat itself. That's the reason why my mentor, I salute him that advocating a federalism. Meaning, this is only the solution to solve the problem, both economic, moral, social, cultural, spiritual. But bear in mind, Sultanate of Sulu is the de facto government. We have to impose na tayo ang magiging Sultanate of Sulu Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao.
Thank you. So, anyway, the chairman has already gave you some of his, anyway, that's good enough. Okay, the second speaker.
I am Mr. Seng Guan Yu, the former Vice Governor of the Western Mindanao Region 14. I am referring this question to Edward Tan, Singapore. As what you have said before, that your country belongs to the poor. So, what is the best development? What is your best information and secret to give us, to the people of Tawi-Tawi, to the people of Hulu, to the people of Basilan, because they are belong to the richest resources in our country,
But they are poor.
but they are not riches. So my question is, how can you give the secret information to grow up the Basilan, Tawi-Tawi, and Holo compared to your country,
Singapore.
which is boom already, so that this country will also boom. We have riches and resources.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir Edward.
Thank you, sir, for the question. Okay, to keep it brief, two ways to do it. To leverage on the resources that you have, the riches of the land. We can use that to develop industry, get everyone employed, increase the export, and increase the income of foreign exchange. This is number one. Number two is to attract investments and from all over the world, like what Singapore did. We formed an economic development board with the task of finding investors from all over the world to invest in Singapore. I think without resources, even Singapore can succeed. With so much resources, Sulu will be the center of the world, and very soon the center of the world will become this part of the world. And our mission is to bring the glory days of the Eastern Kingdom back to Sulu. Let the world know that this is the center of the world again. Thank you.
Can the Chairman Sharif, do you have any thing to add into the answer of? Yeah, dagdagan mo.
Salamat, Governor. Napakaganda pong tanong yun, no? Ano yung may contribute natin? Mayroon pong dahilan. Bakit hindi tayo nadidevelop yung bansa natin? Because we are designed by the Western country that when we say Mindanao, Southern Philippines, ito po yung mga taong terorista. We are all terrorists. Yun ang bansag nila sa atin. Bear in mind, seldom ang mga foreigner pupunta dito. So, nahihirapan tayo sa panahon ngayon. That's the reason why we explore the Biswara. We will invite all the intellectual leaders come to the open. Help us. Merong kasabihan, I hope the time is not far out when we assemble all intellectual leaders and adopt the Holy Scripture as law basic principle, because of which I believe that will lead man to happiness and tranquility. So ngayon, subukan natin. Okay? Subukan natin because the government decide already the Sultanate of Sulu as one of the economic zone. How could we invite investor? Pag sinabi mo Sulu, natatakot na. Hindi ganun ang pagkakilala sa atin. Isa lang, dalawa lang tayo magiging successful. Number one, gagawa tayo ng tinatawag international airport tulad ng roadmap kanina. Number 2, international airport, international seaport. And then we will use the so-called cooperative visa because we believe the foundation of the government, which is the barangay. If the barangay is weak, the administration is weak. If the barangay is strong, the administration is strong. Look at the barangay today. Walang ilaw, walang tubig, walang school, walang hospital, walang livelihood. So what respect sa kanila? Wala tayong magagawa doon. Kasi kundi maglulungan, puntahan sa kidnapper, mangingidnap na. Marami akong nakilala mga young entrepreneur dito sa Mindanao. But because of the smuggler, wala nang kidnapper dito sa Sulu, sa Basilan, sa Tawi-Tawi. And I hope we can legalize this one. Ito ang nakikita ko, in order to eradicate poverty, tulungan nyo kami. Because hindi ito basta-basta magagawa. Bear in mind, under the leadership of His Majesty, we have funds. As a bankers by profession, we have funds. Ang problema, how could we justify papasok dito? And nobody will infuse the funds kapag magulo tayo. Why? Makita nila, gagamitin ito to fight against the government. Nakikita natin dito, ang lahat ng mga businessman, they are doing smuggling. They cannot even justify their own funds. You see? Ang pera nila is their own enemy. Ito ang problema natin ngayon. So we are here, we have the economic team from Singapore, from Dubai, from part of the world, they are willing to help us. But the most important, the Sulu Archipelago must stand united regardless of religion, color, tribe, race. Magkaisa tayo. Sa pagkaisa natin, we can spark something and change, make a difference into a better Sultanate of Sulu, a better Mindanaoan. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. In addendum to that, according to NEDA report, Bam provinces is one among the poorest province in the Philippines. Why? Me, I do not know. Maybe we lack technology and capitals. Okay, we don't have technology and capitals. Or we have technology and capitals, but we have leadership problem. You know, it needs sometimes to change the mindsetting of our people. Mentality ng tao lang yan. Anyway, another question.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. So, I am Muhammad Farah IDP Habir, a member of Muslim Student Association in ZPPSU, and also a member of Muslim Youth Development Alliance, and SSC ZSP Zamboanga City Chapter, and a student leader in ZPPSU. So, my questions would go like this. So, I don't disagree with the federalism. In fact, it is the reason why I voted Mr. Robin Padilla in the senator, because I do believe in his federalism that in our current government, we use the unitary form of government, which kung saan yung nasusunod is yung president lamang. So, yung federalism, a good idea to para mabigyan ng karapatan yung every region na if ever gusto nilang gumawa ng project para sa kanila or gusto nilang tuunan ng pansin yung kanilang kailangan ay magagawa nila dahil dito. So, ang tanong ko is, kung ang federalism na idea is magiging parang separated, yung every region is mabibigyan na ng karapatan para pamunuan yung region nila, at saka mag-come up ng funds nila, paano naman yung mga poor countries or poor place? So, I originated from Tawi-Tawi. So, paano yung mga Tawi-Tawis, halimbawa, or example lang nito is yung Tawi-Tawis, paano yung poor place na yon makapag-came up with funds nila? Kung halimbawa, mahirap sila, kung federal na tayo, siyempre hindi na sila pwede maghingi ng tulong sa Malacanang. Federal na tayo. So, it doesn't mean na hindi na sila pwede maghingi ng tulong. Kung halimbawa gusto nila mag-establish ng certain project para sa kanila ganyan, wala silang malapitan.
Ganito yun. I already understand the directions of your question. I like that question because, as a student, you want to learn more. Maybe, you were not, hindi ka ganong na-brief.
Yes po.
The fundamentals of federalism.
Yes po. Please do enlighten me.
Yeah, I know that. I also, we agree in one that, kasi, there are many types of federalism. Pattern and form. So in this system of federalism, siguro, I think I will throw the table totally in what because it's the proponent of federalism. If only me, I can answer that in detail.
Thank you, Anaka. Federalism. It doesn't mean absolute term na Malacanang or Manila will not help us. In fact, Tawi-Tawi in the region will be assured of funds. This is called asymmetrical funds. We have the IRA. Do you know? You have heard about that, siyempre, student ito. There is no IRA anymore. It is the national tax allocation because it is the total collection of all taxes throughout the country. Out of all this total collection and revenues of the country, it will be pulled into how much money do we have, the Philippines have in a particular year. For example, 2004. We'll start 2004. Okay. 2004. We'll talk about, because you're talking about projects, no? We'll be very specific. Now, there is a sharing. We have a proposal. The alliance has a proposal that the sharing is 80-20. 80% will go to the regional government and only 20% will be retained by Manila. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
So it is different from the present system, right? Local governments only receive now 40% and they receive 60%. And all those 60%, mabuti kung mayroon tayong makuha dyan, 5 sentimo. Dahil it is Manila who will appropriate. I will give you the dynamics. The appropriation will be prepared by Manila, Malacanang. And it will be approved by Congress. Meaning it is already predetermined where will the 60% go. Our proposal is we will only give them 20% under the federal setup. 80%